right, ladies and gentlemen, we told you we ran it back right quick. Bounce back. It is Run It Back. I'm joined by my guys, Mr. Adam Schubert and Ian Hawley, as always. And this is the Christmas edition of Run It Back, where we are reviewing National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, the Clark Griswold classic, arguably the best Christmas movie of all time, which we will talk about. But let me introduce my guys. I'll start off with Shuby. Shuby, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing all right, man. Just ready for the Christmas season to really start. I guess it's just right around that time. And then, some big movies coming in the next few weeks. That's pretty exciting. But
yep. Make sure y'all tune into Bros Who Binge, because we will have y'all locked in, whether that's Licorice Pizza, whether that's Spider-Man No Way Home. There's a lot of stuff that Bros Who Binge will be taking care of for the end of the year. So be sure to look out for that. And Bros Who Binge will be what holds you down until Run It Back comes back. Because Run It Back won't come back till after New Year's, just because we gave y'all back to back. Me and the guys are gonna enjoy Christmas and New Year's, because that's 1 week after. That's back to back weeks. So right after that, Run It Back will be back, and we're gonna have an interesting movie, which we'll talk about at the end of the show. But Ian, man, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, man. This was the first time I'd seen this movie from start to finish, I think. At least, in a bunch of years. This seems like one of those movies that you always catch on TV around the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
It's just on all like the AMC and TBS channels. So this is a good one to review. I'm excited to do this one.
Yeah, I'm excited as well. And as y'all know, we always like to start off just by discussing the film. And this film is interesting because for me, I don't know about y'all, I didn't watch this growing up. Like growing up, this wasn't in my household. The Christmas movies I watched growing up was A Year Without a Santa Claus, the animated, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, animated, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, all the Rankin Bass classics my mom loved. It's a Wonderful Life, we would watch. She would have Christmas Story playing all day. Of course, the animated Grinch was my dad's shit, so we'd watch that. And then I'm trying to think of other real, non-animated that were real life people besides It's a Wonderful Life. And
Christmas Carol.
Yeah, but see, Christmas Carol, I watched the Muppet one. Like my family did the Muppet one because it's the best one with oh boy, who's Alfred? I can't think of his name right now, but I'm looking at Michael Caine. It's incredible. And then I'm trying to think of another real life person movie that my family watched. It would have to be some black ones like Friday After Next or This Christmas with Chris Brown in them. But other than that, I didn't really watch a lot of real life people Christmas movies besides A Christmas Story or It's a Wonderful Life. So I have to attribute this to my girlfriend. When I started dating her 3 years ago, Kirsten introduced this into my life, and it became one of my favorite Christmas movies. This movie's great.
Yeah. I mean, if you're talking about Christmas stuff, this is my dad's favorite Christmas movie. So
your dad has good taste.
Been watching this since I was born. So
Ian,
know all the beats.
So this is Schubert's dad's favorite, so that's how he got in this. Ian, is this a family classic in the Hawley household?
See, this was not a family classic in the Hawley household.
Okay.
I knew it was a classic in a lot of people's minds, but our movie classics for the Christmas were A Christmas Story. That was my dad's favorite.
My mom's favorite. She played that shit all day long on Christmas. She would keep it on all day. And I'm like, nah, bro, we got to watch basketball. You tripping. Cut this shit off.
I know. Now it's basketball, but back in the day, we would definitely watch A Christmas Story. We weren't in It's a Wonderful Life family.
My mom was like, we're teaching you a lesson.
What's the lesson? Don't get drunk and crash your car.
No, the lesson is appreciate your fucking family.
but also the car thing.
But really, next year we're gonna review that movie because that movie's dark as hell, and I don't know how that became a Christmas movie. The dude commits suicide. They only put that Christmas shit at the end, but this is really an existential crisis movie.
Yeah, this is such an uncomfortable movie to watch on Christmas. I don't know why people did this. We did the animated Grinch, which was my favorite growing up. I had
the best Grinch.
Okay.
Schubert, join in. The best Grinch.
That's fair. I respect that take. I respect the fact that I have a different take than most people with the Grinch. But I had a VHS tape of that animated one, and I wore that thing out. Like the tape broke. I watched that so much. Like that wasn't a Christmas movie for me. That was like a throughout the year movie for me.
Yeah.
Like the comfort food equivalent of a nice mac and cheese with some breadcrumbs. That was the animated Grinch for me.
That's awesome. Any other ones?
Elf for sure. When that one came out, that was an instant classic.
Now let's talk about this. What is the best Christmas movie? Because this is the main conversation I really want to do with this pod. Like, is it Elf? Because I don't rock with Elf. Like, Elf is my girlfriend.
Like Elf?
I think it's cool. Another one that my girlfriend introduced into my life because when I realized growing up, I wasn't the biggest Will Ferrell watcher until I got into high school and started watching things on my own. So, and I never watched Elf on my own because that wasn't like, oh, hey, boys, let's go watch Elf. Like, no, bro, we're not watching fucking Elf. We'll watch old school. So I another one that Kurtz tried to introduce to me was Elf, but I didn't connect to Elf like I did Lampoon. I think Elf's kind of overrated. Like, my favorite part of Elf is James Caan.
See, my bit with Elf is like, I think Kicking and Screaming with Will Ferrell came out like a year or two before that.
And it's better.
And that was like an instant classic in my family. Like that was one of our like family movie bits that if like, we were just like, well, what do we want to watch? Sometimes you just throw on Kicking and Screaming. And then Elf comes out 2 years later. And so that obviously became another instant classic in my family. Like Step Brothers is one of those movies too.
Your family just loves Will Ferrell.
Yeah, just the Will Ferrell bits for some reason always stuck.
So is Elf?
So I like
Elf the best Christmas movie in your opinion?
I also really like A Year Without a Santa Claus. You ever seen that movie?
Ian, that's what I said.
It's arguably the best animated one.
Let's go,
dude. Bro. That movie is amazing.
Heat Miser and Snow Miser. Me and Kurt were gonna dress up as them for Halloween this year, but we didn't have enough time. That's what we're doing next year. I'm being Snow Miser. She's Heat Miser. I could sing that for you right now. Ian, if I'd have known you loved that like me and Schubert do, we'd have reviewed that instead of Lampoon. That's the best Christmas.
All right, next Christmas we're doing that movie.
That's
because that movie's amazing.
That's legitimately the best Christmas movie of all time.
The Snow Miser, Heat Miser song, top 2 most underappreciated holiday themes.
Easy, bro. And then like right under that is we're gonna have a white Christmas. We're gonna paint the town with I started singing the Heat Miser one, but you remember where they fucking in the town and the mayor's like gonna have a white Christmas, and I'm gonna start singing Heat Miser, Snow Miser because I can't remember the melody, but that's an underrated one too. Year Without a Santa Claus is fucking great, bro. The fact that Mother Nature's involved, the fact that the snow is led by this ice miser, and the weather's led by this heat miser. Brilliant. Rankin Bass were smoking the best of doobies making this fucking crazy shit, and it's absolutely incredible. Schubert, do you think Year Without Santa Claus is the best Christmas movie? Because I think me and Ian are there.
That's probably it. Like, I think that's the one that I feel like I can get the most behind. The issue with what's the best Christmas movie, and you find it whenever you see like any sort of list or anything like that, is like what are the determining factors. I think, if we're talking about the best movies about Christmas,
yeah.
Even that is a loaded question in itself, because like, does this movie Christmas Vacation count as a movie that is about Christmas, or as 100%. A movie that takes place during Christmas?
But
because The Year Without a Santa Claus is a movie about Christmas, about Santa, about any sort of Rudolph is about Christmas.
It's about Christmas.
How to Get Stole Christmas is about Christmas.
So you don't think this movie is about Christmas? I would argue that this movie, because it starts in Thanksgiving, but it's about the period of Christmas where you go on Christmas break, and then the act of Christmas of spending it with your family and doing the whole thing. So yes, it's not about Christmas per se of Santa Claus, but it's still about Christmas because it's about what humans do during Christmas. Whereas Die Hard just takes place during Christmas.
Yeah, Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. If I hear someone mention Bruce Willis during this podcast, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Well, I mean, look, if we're gonna include movies like that, then Lethal Weapon has to get thrown in too. And one of me and Schubert's favorite, Trading Places. Like,
yeah, Trading Places.
Fucking
I mean,
great.
That just opens up such a huge floodgate that you guys aren't even realizing with that. Like, I could make anything about Christmas now. I could somehow.
Most Shane Black action movies take place during Christmas. Kiss, kiss, bang, bang. Like, we could keep going. Like, so that's why when I said best Christmas movie, I tried to keep it to like what Schubert was talking about, those types of movies, not the Die Hards. But if Die Hard can get thrown in, then it's easily the best Christmas movie.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people would throw in the arguments of like Little Women and like stuff like that.
Oh my
And I'm
gosh.
like, well, that's a movie that has a Christmas, like, even on HBO Max, you'll see like,
Well, then I'm throwing in The Godfather.
Harry Potter
Ian,
and
you
the
know, you
Sorcerer's
remember when
Stone.
I told you The Godfather's a Christmas movie? Fucking let's go,
No,
baby.
that's
You see what I'm
completely
saying?
fair. But I mean, like, so I feel like with Christmas movies, there's like the three categories. There's like these are the movies that are about Santa Claus and about blah blah blah, Christmas origins and shit like that. These are movies that are during Christmas. Like, I would probably say like a very Harold and Kumar Christmas, Office Christmas Party.
Mm-hmm.
I would
Holiday.
I would put Elf in that side. So, and a holiday movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got the other ones, which are your Die Hard, Little Women, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang,
The Godfather. Trading Places.
technically, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, Edward
Batman
Scissorhands,
Returns.
Batman Returns.
I tried to get my girlfriend to watch Batman Returns. She was like, look, fuck no. She let me get Trading Places off. Batman Returns couldn't fly. She was like, you just want to watch a Batman movie. But I was like, Batman Returns is more Christmassy than Trading Places, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, there are just definitely some movies that like are put in that Christmas category that are like, okay, well, if I watch this movie in the summer, I'm not
doesn't
gonna be
feel
like,
right.
oh yeah, this doesn't give me Christmas feels. Where like, a movie like Jingle All the Way,
yeah, you can't watch during.
you can't
summer.
watch that during the summer. Like,
Yeah.
that is a Arnold Schwarzenegger Christmas movie.
Just like you can't watch this during the summer, but you can watch Die Hard during the summer. You can watch Lethal Weapon during the summer, those types of things. That's why I think your three category thing of, is it about Santa, the holiday origins, that thing, then movies that take place during Christmas time that are about Christmas, that are holiday movies, and then movies that just Christmas is the setting is the third one. I like that, Schubert. That's a good, I think that's going to be this podcast and Bros Who Binge is standing now, separating Christmas movies into three. Ian, how do you feel about that? I think that's a fair ranking.
Yeah, that's fair.
There are
also,
some lines that are blurred. I'll admit that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could figure out, like, you could nitpick with certain
It's a Venn
movies,
diagram.
Yeah, exactly. It's not meant to be perfect.
Did any of y'all watch, before we get off of this and get to this movie, did any of y'all ever watch 'Twas the Night Before Christmas with the little mouse, with the little mice? It was animated, Rankin Bass. It was so good too, man. Shout out to all the Rankin Bass classic, Little Drummer Boy, love that. But hey, fuck Frosty the Snowman. It's all about Frosty Returns. Frosty Returns is the best one. It's fuck Frosty the Snowman. I'm dead
Not
ass.
a Frosty origin story guy.
No, fuck him in that dude, the magician. He's like, I'm going to get you, Frosty. Fuck that magician, bro. Santa Claus kicked his ass.
I feel inclined that I have to mention the two movies that, at least in my current house, we watch every year for Christmases.
Nice.
It's hilarious. And Bad
Great
Moms Christmas, which is deceptively one of the most hilarious Christmas movies there is.
That's also in my, legitimately, Schubert, in my house, Year Without Santa Claus, Lampoon, and Bad Moms Christmas has to be watched. Bad Mom, me and my girlfriend were talking about this other day. She was like, I want to watch a raunchy Christmas movie. And I was like, she was like, I was thinking Bad Santa. I was like, I don't really want to watch Bad Santa. And she was like, all right, well, and then we scrolled past Bad Moms Christmas. And I was like, oh, that's it. That's it. And only reason why we didn't watch it that day is because we were saving it for these upcoming weeks. So we chose Office Christmas Party instead. But Bad Moms Christmas has to be watched. Bad Mom Christmas to me is the best raunchy Christmas movie, right in front of Office Christmas Party, which is great.
And then Harold and Kumar.
Yeah, Harold and Kumar. It's all right. They should have stopped at Guantanamo Bay.
I agree.
But let's get to this National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. The way we do this is we go through backstory, then we go through just discussing the plot and discussing our thoughts on the plot, best scene, who won the movie, who lost the movie, sixth man of the movie, Best Actor, because Ian made me put that category in here. Best Actress, or Best Actor, Best Actress, that type of thing. And then and then we already did the question, which is Best Christmas Movie at the front, because I felt that was necessary. So we landed on A Year Without a Santa Claus, right?
Sure.
I mean, I'm still going with the Grinch.
The Jim Carrey Grinch?
Yes.
Trash.
Oh God.
Trash.
Listen, I will not be intimidated by you into losing my freedom to voice my opinions, Lyndon. Last I checked,
why are you just tagging me?
America.
Schubert's doing it too. Schubert said it was trash.
I'll get to Schubert. Don't you worry.
Y'all let us know in the comments what's the best Christmas movie. Is it Elf? Is it National Lampoon Christmas Vacation? Is it The Grinch, the OG animated? Is it the Jim Carrey Grinch? Or is it the weird Tyler the Creator album made Pharrell Despicable Me Grinch? Or is it, Year Without a Santa?
No, I didn't even watch that movie, that Tyler the Creator one. I was not even going to waste my time with that.
Did you say Krampus, Schubert? Oh, wait, Schubert, tell the people your suggestion. Arguably the best Christmas movie in your opinion, which you tell people to watch year in, year out. You told me to watch it last year. You told Ian to watch it this year. The Russian movie.
Oh yeah, what Rare Exports? Yeah, Rare Exports is pretty fire. It's Norwegian, I believe. Swedish. Yeah, Swedish.
Who makes it?
And I don't know.
He doesn't know.
It was on Hulu or whatever, and what is the whole premise of that?
It's like some horror movie almost.
It's a horror movie. Santa was buried in this mountain or whatever, and then he gets out to kill a bunch of people, and it's wild.
It's the weirdest fucking movie ever.
And it's foreign, so you got to read it.
Mm-hmm.
So there's some English in it, but it's mostly. Swedish.
So which one of these three categories that you came up with earlier does that movie fall into?
Oh, the first one for
sure. No, it probably falls into the second one just because it's not about Christmas, but
it's Santa.
That's why I said the first one. Santa out here killing.
Here it is. In the depths of
this
mountain,
Santa right there.
486 meters deep lies the closest ever guarded secret of Christmas. The time has come to dig it up. This Christmas, everyone will believe in Santa Claus.
That's number one. That's definitely about Santa, about his origins. That's number one, baby. Rare Exports. Ian, when I tell you this, this was the weirdest movie I've ever watched, and I watched it with Kirsten, and Kirsten was like, what does Schubert have us fucking watching right now?
It's very close to being on that Human Centipede, what the fuck am I watching level.
It is. It's fucking crazy. But you got to watch it at least once. Rare Exports. All right, let's get into background. National Lampoon Christmas Vacation is a 1989 American Christmas comedy, the third installment in the National Lampoon Vacation film series. Funny enough, this is the only one that takes place in the Griswold household, as for the other ones, they're all on vacation. This is the one Christmas time you're actually at your house. Christmas Vacation was directed by Jeremiah Chiswick, written by John Hughes and starring Chevy Chase, Beverly D'Angelo, and Randy Quaid, with supporting roles by Miriam Flynn, William Hickey, Mai Questel, Diane Ladd, Jan Randolph, E.J. Marshall, Doris Roberts, and Juliette Lewis and Johnny Galecki, arguably the best children of the Vacation series, but we'll get to that soon. And a special guest appearance by Julia Louis-Dreyfus and Nicholas Guest, Ellen Hamilton Latson, Brian Dole Murray, and Natalia Nuglolich. Based on Hughes' short story, Christmas 59, which was published in National Lampoon, it tells the story of the Griswold family spending Christmas vacation at home, with their Christmas festivities being attended by their relatives as a Christmas hijinks occur. The movie debuted at number 2 at the box office while grossing $11,750,203 during the opening weekend, behind Back to the Future Part 2. The movie eventually topped the box office charts in its third week of release and remained number 1 the following weekend. It went on to gross a total of $71,319,546 in the United States while showing in movie theaters. It was the highest grossing film in the series until Vacation in 2015. I mean, is it the best one in the series? I think so.
Yeah. It is.
Easily, like, and I think it's Chevy Chase's best job too. Like, I think Chevy Chase finally understood what Clark Griswold needs to be, and I think he got it right in this one.
Well, this required him to actually like be more of a fatherly character, because like all the other ones, they're not grounded in like a home space. So like it's like feels the most family oriented one.
I agree. All right, let's get to the scene run through. I didn't write down scenes for this one because I watched this like 3-4 days ago before we decided, or I watched it like the day before we decided. So I didn't write them down. So we're just gonna go through the scenes and just discuss them as like I remember them. Ian, if you have any written down, go ahead. Or if you have any that you want to discuss, bring them up. Schubert, same for you. But I guess we can start off with just Clark Griswold and everyone driving out to the country to find the tree. Like, I think the finding the tree scene was a great scene. Like, were your families real life tree people? My family was always fake trees.
Fake.
Yeah, my mom didn't want to deal with that.
We tried the real tree for a few years when I was like probably 6 or 7. We were still living in Texas. And then when we moved to Alabama, my mom quit that shit real fast. She just bought a fake tree, and
it gets
I think
old.
we've had the same one ever since.
That's hard. But just real trees get old, man. Those shits die. Like, sometimes I hear people have to do 2 real trees a season. If you get your tree at Thanksgiving, like, that's too fucking much.
Well, then you got to pay extra for the trash to dispose of it. Like, it's just a whole hassle, man.
Oh, all I could think of in the beginning though is, harking back to our Bros Who Binge discussion this week with the favorite TV episodes of Christmas, to the Bob's Burgers Christmas episode where like, the dude's riding him and he's like having the
sure,
duel.
they definitely got inspired from this for that.
Well, I think even in the episode they mention it.
You're right. Yeah. Because, that's such a good call, because everything that Clark Griswold does in this is what Bob is trying not to do in Bob's Burgers.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So that was a great moment. Anything after the tree that y'all want to mention before I go on? Because like I'm trying.
Audrey being frozen, man, it's hilarious. Clark, her eyes are. Her eyelids are frozen.
When he's walking through the snow for the tree.
Yeah, and then he's like trying to talk or whatever, and his tongue freezes.
Yeah, that was a good moment.
Dad, did you bring the axe?
Okay.
And they had.
Are we? That's the only "Are we sure" of this movie.
I'm not giving any.
Well, there might be a couple others
because there's so many "Are we sure"s. Like this whole movie. Like if the boss. We'll get to it because the ending.
Are we sure? Are we sure that Clark forgot to bring the axe to the tree?
No, the "Are we sure" is even the 4 of them don't get that tree out of the ground by the roots.
Oh,
that's valid.
That's not "Are we sure"? That's a 100% no. We know that's not happening.
Especially if they were that frozen.
I was gonna write down "Are we sure's," and then I kind of had a similar thought as Lyndon, where it's like, all right, we gotta suspend our disbelief.
Are we sure the damn sled scene?
This comedy movie.
We can't. Are we sure vacation, bro? No, we just have to just let it go. But then, all right, next up, seeing their parents and just, oh boy. I'm just happy that I like my girlfriend's parents. My mom likes my girlfriend. My dad likes my girlfriend. We don't have those issues. Boy, I couldn't imagine not liking your wife's parents and having all of those old people bickering at your house. That would suck.
Well, I just can't imagine like having a family function where like both sides of the family's parents are there. Like that's never happened to me before.
That's weird. Like, I mean, I guess you can get it to happen. Like, you can invite both sides.
Sure, but I mean, like, I'm just saying, it's just something that I can't fathom because it's never ever happened to me before. So I'm just
I don't think I've ever experienced it either, Schubert. To be honest.
So like they're talking about like, oh yeah, how they fight all the time, and then they come in together, and I'm like, that is just a weird dynamic. And then obviously her dad is always like busting his balls And it's just like so awkward because like you're like, oh come on, Clark, I wish you would do it so this dude would stop busting your balls because he seems like a dick.
Yeah, he's a huge dick. But you know what's funny? It makes me think of seeing both the families get together. Like you said, it makes me think of whenever we do Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the classic Gene Wilder, the Are We Sure? Why are all those old fucking people in one bed and where the fuck does the mom sleep? And you're telling me grandpa didn't get out of his bed to walk for 30 years and now he's gonna walk? That old man got muscular fucking dystrophy. Like, what are we fucking talking about?
Yeah, even if he wasn't messed up going into the bed, he would have been messed up coming out of the bed.
Yes, like, but that's the Willy Wonka running back whenever we do it. But that just made me think.
No. We don't have to waste our time with a Willy Wonka.
Oh, we're doing it, buddy. We're fucking doing it.
I will sit that one out. I'm gonna have to call in sick that day.
No, you will not. I'll lie to you and tell you we're doing something else, and just have you in the building. All right,
the surprise pod on me. How dare you, sir? This is supposed to be a Christmas podcast. That's the present you give me.
The next thing would be the lights.
Well, yeah, and along with the lights, we meet the neighbors all within that with Julia Louis-Dreyfus,
the best.
Like, her husband, whoever the heck that dude was.
Who cares about the husband? Dude's a simp. Julia Louis-Dreyfus plays the ultimate Karen. She is the ultimate Karen in Seinfeld. Just the ultimate Karen. She was awesome in this.
I don't think I mean, she's definitely a Karen, but I don't think she's like the worst Karen I've ever seen. You know
no. She's not the worst. She's definitely
the neighbors have some legitimate gripes against the Griswold family throughout.
Oh, so are you team neighbors? Give me the gripes.
I'm not necessarily team neighbors versus team Griswold, but I'm also not team neighbors. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I got you.
I'm keeping my mind open as we continue to discuss this movie, like because they do have some concerns.
Their first reaction though is funny, where like Clark's like, "Let me bend over and I'll show you where I could shove it or whatever," and he's like, "Hey, you can say that to me, Griswold." And he's like, "I wasn't talking to you."
He definitely was.
No, he was talking to.
He was talking to. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
the wife. Which is just even more disrespectful.
Which is just it was just as
if
bad.
You're that guy, you got to go over there and fight that. You got to even if the guy has a chainsaw in his hands, you still got to go over there and do something about it.
Yeah, we got to let him. Eventually, we got to talk about how Clark is just is a perv in this, and like makes the 2021 version of this of watching this movie difficult for some people.
We'll talk about it, but the light scene, I love the light scene. This is one of my favorite scenes. The whole thing when it doesn't work, just talk about sheer defeat. And I'm like Schubert, man, I just want this to work because the dad's such a fucking dick.
Way to go, Clark.
Yeah. Boy, I'd have been pissed. How I just spent all night plugging all this shit up and it doesn't work. And for you to say, way to go, Clark. Oh no, I'm looking at your daddy and telling him something. Go sit your old ass down, Pops.
That's another situation where you gotta go fight somebody.
You can't fight your wife's dad.
I mean, you can on Christmas. I like you guys have never had Christmas with both sides of your family.
No.
Like, luckily, my grandparents get along pretty well. Like, all four of them are just pretty like laid back people. But like, there have been some times where there have been some tense moments around the dinner table.
The Hawley household got tense.
It's just unavoidable. Like, the longer your vacation is with your extended family, place, like if you get over about 4 days, shit's gonna start to get real tense around
day 3. If you look, you can't go to Disney World with your entire family because if you go for a week, around day 3 is when shit starts to get fucked up.
Oh my God, any kind of destination trip with extended family is questionable.
Yeah,
in a place like Disney World.
That's a fact. All right, so after the lights, they finally come on, call it temporary power shortage for the house. We meet Todd and Margot, like we said, standing on the front line, admiring the lights. Clark is shocked to see cousin Catherine and husband Eddie as they arrive unannounced with their children, Rocky, Ruby Sue, and their Rottweiler Snots. Boy, do I hate cousin Eddie.
Cousin Eddie.
Man, like we missed 2 things before that. other part where I'll be with Ian, like the neighbors have some grievances. Clark put that icicle through their freaking window while he was putting up lights, and he didn't he should have had to pay for that shit.
Yeah, he should have.
Absolutely. The neighbors don't even go say anything, do they?
No, I think they just like.
They didn't know it was him. They were like,
yeah, they didn't figure out what it was, but
no.
they kind of assume like, okay, this guy's always fucking around. Like it's probably something to do with them. Came from that side of the house.
But then it wasn't necessarily Clark's fault that he did blind them and shit got fucked up in their house, but still sucks for him.
That's what I'm saying. Like
I'd have been pissed about that power outage.
Yeah, man. At a certain point, you just gotta go fucking yell at this guy. Like, hey, man, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I know you're not. Much. I know you're not like trying to fuck my day up, but you're fucking my day up. Like in multiple ways now. So I'm gonna need you to just go inside and relax for a while. Like, stop doing whatever it is you're doing. And then I'll be able to do whatever it is I'm trying to do.
Because honestly, the shit that he's doing is obnoxious. Like, no one needs that many fucking lights.
No, it's completely unnecessary.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I told my girlfriend when I started making like real money. Have y'all seen the lights that cut on to the music and it plays the music and it triggers the light?
Oh my god, you're gonna be one of those guys.
I want to do it. I want to.
Oh my god.
I want to Rickroll the neighborhood. I want to choose different songs. Like I'm DJing Christmas. One night's Rickrolled. One night it might be Back That Ass Up. Like we're gonna be PG-13 too.
Oh my god. Even in a neighborhood with young children?
I don't give a fuck.
That's not Christmas. That doesn't fall into any of the categories.
The other thing that happens before Ray and Quaid shows up,
fit in 1, 2, or 3.
That's kind of a fuck off is when Clark is up in the attic and like he gets locked up in the attic from his wife's mom, like closing that door. Like, woman, like if there's the ladder down the attic, don't you think someone might be up there?
Yeah, that's so fucked up.
Yeah, he gets stuck up there, and it's like, his wife's like, maybe I should go check in Clark, and then the dad again is like,
no,
fuck Clark, he's got his own car. I gotta take my pills. Like, fuck that shit.
I gotta get something to eat. We're leaving now.
Yo, fuck the dad. Fuck the wife's husband. But yo, y'all are talking about fucking cousin Eddie. That dude sucks.
But I mean, we just all that shit happens before even Eddie shows up.
Oh, true.
What is Eddie's relation anyway? Like that guy was something I was confused about. Who is he related to?
He's related by marriage. No.
Yeah, he's because like the dad that like the shitty dad, his wife's dad.
Clark is
like, oh yeah, Eddie, I love you, bro. I'm like, this guy.
It's Ellen's country-based cousin Catherine. So Ellen's cousin is Catherine, and Eddie is Catherine's husband.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so he's there by marriage, bro.
And he was the one who decided to show up to that.
Mm-hmm.
And he don't barely even know the people.
But just because he's trying to mooch off their money, bro. And we're gonna get to one of the most heartbreaking scenes, which makes cousin Eddie the ultimate loser. And Ian cannot say anything to tell me it's anyone besides cousin Eddie because of this heartbreaking scene. But we'll get there. Cousin Eddie sucks, but those kids suck too. Oh, that whole family fucking sucks.
And the dog.
Yeah, snots.
Oh my god. How do the kids suck? They're like 5.
They suck.
And we glossed over the damn the cringy scene with the fucking lady at the store.
Oh, all right. Well, let's do it. Let's talk about that. My girlfriend, when we were watching that recently, she was like, damn, Clark Griswold, bad dad. Like the son catches him. I was like, damn, that's fucked up.
Dude, and his wife's hot.
Yeah, she is.
Like, let's call a spade a spade. She's a babe.
She is.
So like, he needs
I don't know
relax.
what he's doing. Yeah, Beverly D'Angelo is a very attractive lady. I don't know what he's doing. But can we? It's an are we sure that model would not have been after Clark Griswold?
She wasn't.
Oh, he was imagining
that.
Yeah. He was imagining all of that. You're so right.
No, because his son Rusty comes up to the counter and catches him in the act.
Yeah, because he was imagining looking at her tit. He was looking at her tits.
No,
get all of this in his head.
The panty line thing. That's what
I'm talking about in the mall.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, she was showing him her butt.
Did she show him?
She pulled up her skirt.
Oh,
She's like, look,
she might
my
have been
panties
flirting.
are
Then
way
she
up
right?
here. Yeah. And
Yeah,
then Rusty comes up and is like, Dad,
He's
you
like,
son of a bitch.
he's
yeah,
like, no panty lines, Russ.
you can't be doing that. Like, you can't be doing that in front of your son, man. Like,
Yeah, no.
that's so bad. Like, if you're gonna do it with your boys present. Do it by yourself. Don't do it with your son. And let me tell you, Clark Griswold, you can't have no evidence. That's evidence. You got to do it by. If you're gonna do these types of missions, you got to do these missions alone. You don't want no evidence, no witnesses.
I was half expecting right after that a scene of them in the car on the way home where he's like, "Don't tell your mom what you saw today."
That's what I would have wrote. Like if I was writing the movie, that I would have definitely. You have to put that scene in there because if not, then it's like, why was that scene in the movie anyway? Like that scene didn't need to be in the movie. Like she said,
it was for the fantasy later.
True. But that scene doesn't need to be in the movie either.
It doesn't.
It just shows how Clark's a perv.
And it could have been way worse because the first few times you watch the movie, you're worried that when that dude turns around and that little girl's there, that he's not popping like a massive boner. Just like, because this dude's like pressed up against the glass. Like I'm just like, dude.
Like, what if there was a kid there? Like, what if they're like, who's watching
the kid does
you?
Pull up.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, but showing Clark Griswold with a boner would completely change the tone.
This
of
movie?
this movie.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, this would no longer be like a young kid, with their family Christmas.
It would be National Lampoon Animal House or Van Wilder or.
Yeah, but this is not those movies. Come on, guy. They're
right.
trying to do this for the kids.
All right, so how do we feel about after the Christmas dinner when the cat gets electrocuted?
Also, the Christmas dinner when they ruin the
turkey, the Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Wait, why was that family with them from Thanksgiving until after Christmas? That's too much, bro.
No, it wasn't. I think it was like their.
That was Christmas Eve.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. True. That is the Christmas. That is the Christmas Eve where the cat gets electrocuted. That's all of that.
Yeah, but you glossed over again your little part where you were gonna make your point about old Randy Quaid.
Oh, dude sucks. How can you have your daughter in the middle of the night coming to Clark Griswold saying Santa doesn't love us? He's not giving us presents. Our parents don't love us. Like begging presents from fucking Clark Griswold, and you don't have the decency to go get a job to get your kids some fucking presents. Go to Dollar Tree, my nigga. Toys are only $1 there. Like, what's wrong with you, Randy Quaid? That's embarrassing. And then you got the nerve to ask Clark to not only get your kids a present, but to get you and your wife something, and then get you something nice for yourself, Clark. Randy Quaid's a bad dude. Bad guy.
Yeah, very dumb and very arrogant, and that's a bad combination for being successful in life.
And then dumping his shit on my front lawn? What a fucker. Oh, no, in my sewage pipe? What a fucker.
Yep,
Shitter's full.
The storm drain.
I know. There's
so that's another gripe for the neighbors. Like, okay, I walk outside my house.
It just smells like
guy
shit.
He looks like he hasn't seen a shower in years.
In his underwear. In his underwear, mind you.
Which would have been cold.
Yeah. And a bathrobe. And I think he's smoking a fast cigar at that point and drinking as well.
Bathrobe, white t-shirt, tighty whities, boots, and a cigar with that weirdo fishing bucket hat.
Yeah, and he's just pouring shit into the storm drain next to your house. Like if you walked outside, I would do the same thing. I would walk right back inside, lock my door, and I would just go back to bed because my day's ruined at that point.
And he says the same thing that he said to Clark. He just looks at him and he's like, shitter was full.
Yeah, this guy's a psycho. So that's another gripe for the neighbors. Like, okay, not only is this family psycho, but also look at the people that are coming over to their house for Christmas. Like, I'm putting my house on the market immediately after that.
Yeah, you gotta move.
I'm taking the first offer I get.
You gotta move. I would not want to live next to the Griswolds. Fuck no. So.
And dude, what was with that lady who even brought the cat? Dude, she boxed the cat and the Jello.
Oh, the old lady who just starts singing at the end.
Say grace. Grace died
30
10
years ago.
30 years ago. Like, no, the blessing. She's like, says the pledge.
Yeah. Pledge
Every time
allegiance.
something patriotic happens, Randy Quaid like stands up and salutes. It just makes me think of his Independence Day character.
I totally forgot he was in Independence Day. Holy shit.
How could you, bro? He's the hero of the damn movie.
Is he?
Yes,
He kills
absolutely.
the aliens, bro.
Oh my god, you got to go back and watch
see,
that
now
movie.
we got to do that on running back because he's either the sixth man or the winner of the movie.
For
No, he's
he's both before over Will Smith.
Absolutely.
Or he said, I said or the winner or.
I saying both.
Over Will Smith. Oh yeah, we doing Independence Day. Then that's what we're doing when we come back from Christmas. Bet that's done. That's sealed deal. All right, because we're gonna argue that. But okay, so Cat get electrocuted, hilarious. Grandma doing all that shit, hilarious. Lewis lighting his cigar with the burning down tree, hilarious. That old man didn't give a fuck about that woman. That man said, "I'm lighting my cigar." He said, "Granny, okay." What a
He was on fire, man.
That shit is hilarious. Okay, so then after that, this is when Clark gets his letter from his boss about not getting the How do we feel about this? So we didn't talk about this before. The job where he calls out everybody. That was a funny scene earlier in the movie where he's like, "You suck, you suck." Happy Hanukkah. That was funny and all that. But how do we feel about the boss? This is the only Are We Sure the movie. Randy Quaid going to steal that dude. That boss would have sent Randy Quaid and fucking Clark Griswold's ass to jail.
Well, he threatens to.
His whole tirade it lasts like for the next
Seconds.
probably 15 minutes of the movie. Like he's just there's just so many different scenes of him just being pissed off. For a good 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and they're just cutting into it with scenes of Randy Quaid, cousin Eddie, going to steal this guy from his house and kidnap him and bring him over because he thinks that's what
He said that's what he wanted. He was
Clark
like,
wants.
yeah, he said it straight up. He's like, I want him wrapped up in a bow.
And I want
He
to
was.
beat. Hey, I mean, look, Randy said, "Look, you buy my kids presents. This is what I'm gonna do for you, Clark. I'm going to jail for you, dog. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We're gonna kill your
riding.
boss." Like, how far do you think Randy Quaid was willing to take it? Would he have killed Clark's boss if Clark asked?
I mean,
Nah.
he said he was out of gas, and he still went and found this guy. When they
he
were
was
at the
lying, man.
grocery store, he was like, "Yeah, I ran out of gas. This was as far as we could get."
He was lying, and you know he was lying.
Yeah, this is adding to your theory.
Shoot, I think Randy Quaid would have killed him. I think he would have. If Clark asked, I think he would have.
Nah.
No, man, you don't know the power of poor family getting given Christmas by their relatives.
Yeah, that's not funny, man. You can't do
That's what happened.
that. Oh shit. Okay,
That's
so
stronger than a blood oath, Schubert. You
So
can
how-
keep your little boy
Okay.
handshake.
So how do we feel about him taking the boss and then the boss coming over to the house and like, okay, yeah, I've learned the error of my ways. I'm gonna give y'all all bonuses.
Shit just reminds me of the fucking Crown, man. It's just like, the queen finally meets the peasants and she's like, oh yeah, maybe they do deserve things. And it's like, oh my gosh, dude. Like, I think what would put it over the top for me is like when after the police come in and he's like, no, it's just a misunderstanding now. Like I did something wrong. And then he was like, yeah, I didn't give them their bonus. And the wife's like, how could you?
Yeah, and the cops are like, some people rely on that.
Can we talk about the fact that it was maybe like 6 minutes after that guy's wife called 911?
Oh, that the
that,
cops were there.
Like 50 police officers and SWAT
On Christmas
officers
Eve.
showed up to this
Hey,
guy's house.
rich
Yeah.
people, bro. That dude's a millionaire. He's a big company owner. He was like, his wife called the cops. They got to get there. Ian, this isn't the hood.
But I'm saying like 6 minutes on Christmas Eve. That's absurd.
That is a
It's in
little.
the SWAT team, bro.
Yeah,
I'm saying like
That guy
they
must
might
donate-
send 2 officers.
that dude must donate to the police fund. He has
I
to.
guess he's got to be the main contributor.
I feel like that police chief or captain or whatever did roll up that wife. Like they've been hanging out,
So you think, okay.
family,
so,
friends.
so look, he donates, and then the wife's having an affair with the police chief.
No, bro. I'm saying
Side
like
story.
family, friends, bro.
No, Schubert, we're going nefarious. Side story. Wife's having an
Then
affair
she
with
wouldn't have
Bruce.
cared that much. She'd have been like, "Oh, well, he's gone. Now I can be with these."
No, he has to. She has to care. So when he died, if he died, she could receive the money. She had to look
The
like she wasn't the
insurance money?
killer. Yeah. The cop
Well,
had
she
to.
saved him. So how good did that do for her? She didn't get no money.
She's
Not
playing the
much.
long. She's playing the long game. She's playing the long game. She can't.
Yeah,
She can't
plan
have
B is I just go back to doing what I was doing, and that's
having an
letting
affair
Father
and getting
Time-
money. Yeah, letting Father
Yeah,
Time
Father Time
kill
works
this
his
old fuck.
magic.
Exactly. But
Bro, don't do Bill Murray's brother like that, bro.
that's pretty much the timeline of this movie. Did I miss any scenes before we decide our best one?
Oh, no, not really.
I think I pretty much hit all the real major ones of dumping the sewage. Oh, I guess we did the entire SWAT team. Clark stands outside. Oh, the final thing is singing fucking the national anthem with that old lady. What's wrong with grandma, bro?
She's
I don't
a
know.
patriotic old woman.
I don't know if I would have stood with my family singing that the national anthem. I'd have went in my house.
See, I think like this was just a bit like a result of the time period that they made this
Us
movie.
being in the 80s.
Yeah.
That's not happening in 2021's Christmas Vacation. People are not singing the national anthem.
What were we in, like Vietnam at the time?
No, this is post Reagan.
Okay.
This is going into 1990. We're high off the Reagan era. Like everybody's believing in America. We're going into, I think, Jimmy Carter. So like, yeah, no, it makes sense.
That's just for the ratings hike.
They're
They're just playing to the tabloids at that point.
All right, let's pick best scene. For me, the best scene is, I think the best scene has to be when him lighting up the Christmas lights for the first time and everybody's seeing. It's either that or when he doesn't do it, when it doesn't light up, and then the dad's like, "Good job, Clark." So it's either good job, Clark, or when he actually does it and the dad apologizes. One of the two. Schubert, what's your best scene?
The best scene is the climactic ending.
Oh, with the everything that happened at the end.
The big explosion, yeah.
And singing the national
reindeer,
anthem.
And yeah, the national anthem. 'Cause that's just ridiculous.
Ian, what's your best scene?
I think the best part of the lights bit is when he goes over to his father-in-law when he's giving everybody hugs after he finally gets the lights on.
Yeah.
And he goes over to his father-in-law, and you can tell his father-in-law is like kind of proud of him, like probably the most proud he's ever been of Clark up to that point in their lives. And he still goes, "Yeah, the twinkly ones aren't shining." And he goes,
Thanks.
I know. Thanks for pointing that out. It's like not gonna let his father-in-law ruin his moment.
That's funny. That is a good moment. Okay.
Also the pool scene is iconic. Where he's just staring out the window. Trivial though it may be to the actual plot of the
Very
story.
trivial.
I feel like that was the same bit as the grandma being patriotic. Like that was just for the dads for the ratings hike.
That's what I was telling Curse. I was like, man, they make such a big deal about him getting a pool. This is 100% 80s middle America. Like, yeah, once we get a pool, we've made it.
Yeah, this pool is gonna fix all the problems.
All the problems. Yeah, like this is gonna make our family the best family. Just
We're
this
gonna
pool.
be the best family.
This pool in
the
Chicago that I
tri-state
can really
area.
only use for 5 months. Maybe even
Maybe
2,
5
honestly.
months. Yeah, it's really 2. June and July.
Dude, pools suck so bad. Are you guys pool guys?
If
I'm a hotel pool, Airbnb pool guy.
yeah,
Oh
because
my god,
me
the
owning a
worst
pool
kind
guy?
of pools.
I don't like cleaning my own pool.
Well, I'm
Like,
saying like I like to go stay places with pools. But I
Same.
don't like to own one.
like my mom,
Ah.
when my parents had a pool at our house, I had to clean it and do all the maintenance. It's just a lot. But I definitely love going swimming in pools, bro. And like she said, nice hotels and their jacuzzis. Did I tell y'all how I had sex in a pool when I went on my beach vacation?
Oh,
that was a
unclean.
Bros Who Think pod conversation. I told Schubert, but like that was definitely a Bros Who Think pod conversation. I told the pod, yes, Ian had sex in the pool, man. Could have went or got so drunk, could have went to jail. Like was in the Destin pool, like just middle of the day, drunk on vacation, and just start schmanging.
This is the exact reason that I don't like pools. I hate pools. So like the idea of a pool is like just the idea of like taking a bath with another person. Except especially at like hotel pools or like it's just a dirty process. Like I don't want to be in water that you're like swimming around in. That's fucking
That's
gross.
why you shower after, bro.
Yeah, you shower exactly, Ian. Like
No, but if you go underwater, that shit gets in your nose, it gets in your mouth, it gets in your eyes, it definitely gets in your ears. Like it gets like.
So do you not go in the ocean? How do you go in the ocean?
I mean, the ocean is one thing. Like
no, do you go in the ocean?
Or something.
That's piss.
Like if I'm just chilling at the beach.
That's fish piss.
I'm not saying the ocean is any better. I'm
I
saying I don't like any of that shit.
Pee in the ocean.
I definitely pee in the ocean.
I'm weird about that shit. Like I barely like to shower without like shower shoes on. You know what I'm saying? And then
even at your house?
Yeah, bro. That shit is nasty.
At your house?
If the whole point of this shit is to get clean, why am I standing or like sitting down in the water that I'm using to clean myself? You know what I'm saying? Like baths are just the most like
baths are nasty. I agree. Baths, you have to bathe, shower, bathe. Like Cowboy Bebop had one thing right.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy Bebop had one thing right.
Bath.
You gotta bathe, then shower to get all that grime off, and then you can bathe again and have a good time in the tub and be clean.
See, but that's just too much effort. I'd rather just shower.
Ian, I did not know Ian was a germaphobe, man. My man does not get in pools because of people like me having sex in pools.
Only in that way. It's just stuff with water. Like that shit just grosses me out. Like I'm a guy who was like, I was washing my hands a lot before the pandemic. You know what I'm saying?
Now you're probably killing it.
Oh my God. Soft soap is just, their stocks are so up because of me. It's absurd.
Do you have hand sanitizer? Because I keep hand sanitizer on me at all times.
No, I don't do the hand sanitizer. I just wash my hands. You know?
Okay.
Like I feel like the hand sanitizer like
it works.
Skin. Like
99%.
It just dries my hands out.
Okay, that's fair.
Then I gotta put lotion on. I don't really like lotion either. That shit's uncomfortable.
Learning about Ian's hygiene, ladies and gentlemen.
A Christmas story.
It's not that. It's a Christmas Vacation.
No, you know what I'm talking about.
So that's best scene. Let's get to let's do best actor.
Wait, what was the best scene?
Oh, my best scene was the lights. Was the lights not working and then the lights working. Yours was the lights working and the dad being a dick. And
I also do like the scene where he's up in the attic watching the old Christmas movies.
Yeah. That's very
like the very
homey.
Clark Griswold, like the very essence of Clark Griswold being a family man, like watching old videos of him and his family at Christmas. Like you just get the quintessential, like, this is why I love Christmas so much moment.
This is what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, this is what I'm trying to do. Yeah, exactly. All right, let's do best actor. Chevy Chase, huh? It's gotta be.
Yeah.
Who you want to give it to? I'm okay with giving it to Julie Louis-Dreyfus.
No, she wasn't like in it enough.
Well, then it's got to be Chevy Chase.
It's him or Quaid, so you gotta do one of them.
Are you thinking Quaid, Ian? Is that who you're looking at?
Maybe. I mean, I just don't think he did anything crazy good. That's why stand out.
That's why it's got to be Chevy, man. There's no one else.
No, I'm saying Chevy.
Oh,
like with a Will Ferrell or like a Jim Carrey or like I mean shit, you know, DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, like any of those guys. I know it's unfair to compare Chevy Chase to the
That's what I'm saying,
too,
bro.
There's no one,
but like he's not like what was his defining moment of that movie? Like what is his pH status? He's
all right, but I'll say this: if you take him out and replace him with a comedic actor of that time period, a white guy, I don't know if it works.
Put in Tim Allen in that movie's the same thing.
I don't know, because Chevy Chase had like this type of hominess, and it was still like the perv scene only works because it's Chevy Chase. Like if it's Tim Allen, it might be creepy.
Yeah, I guess
Like-
if Tim Allen's over there doing the grunting noise, that's not a very good look.
That's
for
what I'm
the
saying.
Christmas movie.
Like Chevy Chase is
But-
such a
but you know what I'm
America's
saying, like-
sweetheart, but he can go a little edgy.
but it's not a like that.
All right, well, who you giving it to
What's
then?
the guy from
That's
Full
my-
House? Bob
that's-
Saget. Like Bob Saget could have pulled this movie off for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like a movie that
I don't know.
without Chevy Chase.
I see. I disagree. Then who are you giving it to? Then if you're so anti Chevy, who's getting Best Actor from you? Beverly
I would say-
D'Angelo?
I mean,
wife?
she's good. She's good. I would say Eddie, cousin Eddie.
Oh, okay. I'm okay with you giving it to Randy
That's
Quaid.
fine.
That's fair. That is fair.
Like
I'm
that
go-
guy has some of the best lines in the whole movie.
Exactly.
No, that's fair.
Um,
Schubert, is that who you giving it to?
No, I'm still giving it to Chevy Chase. 'cause,
Yeah, I'm giving it
like,
to Chevy.
it's his movie, but
But
you know,
Randy's the
Randy
only
Quaid just has some of
acceptable
the best
one.
lines.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. If you're gonna give it to anybody not Chevy, then it has to be Randy Quaid. Because if not, then I don't know who you're giving it to. Because shouldn't be anybody else, really. All right, let's do Ian's favorite category. Who won the movie? Who won?
Who won?
Yeah, which character won? Since I can't give it to actors anymore. Who you got-
Probably Randy Quaid.
Oh yeah,
Cousin Eddie.
got
Cousin Eddie gets his kids at Christmas.
gets to go to Clark's pool.
Yeah, and
Gets
doesn't go
presents.
to jail.
Doesn't go to jail. Clark buys his wife presents, buys him presents, and buys the kids presents, and takes care of their whole Christmas. Cousin Eddie's a good choice, Schubert. I'm not mad at that. I like that one. Ian, who you got winning?
Cousin Eddie's a piece of shit. So I'm going with Griswold.
Clark.
Because Clark gets that, you know, the attic scene that I referenced where he's looking back and being like, wow, I want this for my family.
His dad did
He
pass on the
gets that.
patriarch.
Yeah, he's doing his bit now that he wanted to do from the beginning of the movie. And you know, even though a lot of shit went wrong with their Christmas, you know, everybody, you know, bonded at the end of the movie and, you know, came a little closer together that Christmas.
That's true.
So,
Yeah, I got Clark
like-
Griswold winning too. I did. But I do like Schubert's answer of Cousin Eddie. Schubert, that's a good zag. That's a real good zag.
I would say Eddie doesn't win as much as he doesn't lose. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, see, okay, so is he loser? Like, I'm not giving him loser.
He's still a loser.
like he's
Like,
a loser, but he doesn't lose
he-
the movie to me. To
He
me,
kind of gets a reprieve from being a loser for a little while.
to
thanks
me, the
Clark.
loser of the movie is 100% Art Smith, Ellen's father, because Clark Griswold just keeps putting him in his like he just can never get one over. He lost his daughter, or it's Julia Louis-Dreyfus and the neighbors. It's either Ellen's dad or the neighbors. Those are the two losers.
It's definitely the neighbors. I mean, what are the
Yeah.
neighbors like? What's their crime? You know, against the Griswolds? They just are their neighbors.
Snooty.
They just don't like them. Like they have maybe one or two scenes where they exchange a few, you know, barbs across the driveways, as neighbors sometimes do. But other than that, like they don't go fuck with the Griswolds at all during this
The
movie. They
Griswolds
just have
fuck
bad
with them.
shit happen. Yeah, because simply because they live next door.
All
Like,
right,
I'm
yeah.
saying by the end of the movie, like the neighbors really kind of look like reasonable people, just fed up with living next to these fucking psycho family next door.
All right, the neighbors are the losers. I'm with you, Ian. Schubert, who you got? Are you zagging
The
again?
neighbors, yeah.
Neighbors. Okay, cool. All right, sixth man of the movie. Ian's not taking this away from me. It's Julia Louis-Dreyfus. That's the
Who are
only
the top
person
five?
who can be
Not
the
Julia
sixth man.
Top
Louis-Dreyfus.
five.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus is not the starter. The neighbor isn't. That's the
Yes.
sixth man. The starter
Who are the
is
top five?
Clark,
Clark, his wife,
the wife, cousin Eddie,
Rusty.
Rusty, and what? The daughter.
Not the
No,
daughter.
probably either one of the dads or the fucking uncle guy, Lewis.
Okay, I'm the family members. That's fine. Cool.
Lewis is not the fifth man over
Well,
Julia.
then he's the sixth man.
Louis-Dreyfus.
Because that dude's funny.
The neighbor is not a starter, Ian. You're not convincing me that
Didn't we do a bit last Run It Back where we had a pair of characters be one of the things? Because I would put the neighbors as a pair at number 5.
no,
Oh, well, that's
sir.
fine, dude. Then they're not your 6-man.
They're not.
Lyndon's not falling for that shit.
That could be your 6-man, Ian, but that's not the right 6-man.
No, I'm saying they're the 5th man.
Yeah, no, okay, that's fine. That could be your starter. That's not my starter. I'm Julia
Who's your
Louis.
5th man then?
My 5th man is the dad.
Like Lewis is not.
My 5th man is I'm doing a pair.
The dad has like 3 lines in the whole movie.
I'm doing pair of Clark's dad and Ellen's dad. I think the family, like the 2 grandparents, are the starters because they were in the movie more than anybody. More than the neighbors.
Dog shit take. That is a dog shit take. The grandparents. Okay, his own dad, Clark's dad, has like 3 lines during that movie. He says, "Hey son, sorry the lights didn't work out. If you need me, I'll be asleep." Then later in the movie, he says, "Hey son, I believe in you. You did a good job this Christmas, and it's, you cocked it up, but that's okay. It happens."
Hold on, I'm about to tell you how it's built.
Now you can read the Christmas story to.
All right, yeah, no. So the way it's built, it's gotta be Audrey. It's gotta be Audrey Schubert.
The daughter.
The daughter has to be the final starter because I mean,
that's also a horrible take.
Bro, she does nothing.
I'm just letting you know how it's built on IMDb. When you
She's
look,
nearly a loser.
Yeah, so the internet tells you how to live your life now, Lyndon.
Okay, Clark. That's why I'm saying for me the starters are Cousin Eddie, Ellen, the wife, Clark, Rusty, and the final starter is a combination of the grandparents. I'm doing a pairing of the grandparents as the final starter. And my 6-man.
All 4 grandparents, you're saying?
Maybe.
Oh, you want 4 people to be one person?
The grandparents. They're a pairing, so like on Willy Wonka.
This would be your starting 8, not your starting 5.
That's my starting 5. They're fusion. Have you ever seen Dragon Ball Z?
Oh my God, get out of here. You're gonna bring up Gundam next?
No, Gundam has nothing to do with this.
But they combine.
Voltron, actually. That's Voltron.
Yeah, look at him. Learn your nerd shit, Ian.
I don't know, man. I spent my time outside when I was a kid. They don't have nerd shit outside.
Okay, wait, Ian. This Super. Who's your 6-man?
Lewis, Uncle Lewis or whatever.
Oh, Uncle Lewis. Okay, you're going with Uncle Lewis. Okay, Ian, is that your 6-man and the neighbors are starter?
No, I was gonna say Uncle Lewis is the 6-man.
Are y'all going both with Uncle Lewis? Damn,
yeah,
I might
Uncle
be
Lewis
wrong.
Dude's hilarious,
but he's not a starter.
No.
All right, that's fair.
I'm saying the neighbors. If we're pairing anybody, it's got to be the neighbors.
All right. I'll say this.
Not the grandparents. There's 4 of them.
You can pair the grandparents. I'm not pairing the neighbors.
Oh my God.
The husband neighbor.
If you want to pair
the husband neighbor says one. Yeah, I'll pair the. Yeah, I'm doing that. I'm pairing the grandfathers.
No. Now you're just taking my good idea and running with it.
I said it at first. I'm pairing the grandfathers, and I'm going with Julia Louis-Dreyfus as my 6-man. She was amazing. She came in and gave us 30 points off the bench. I love it. All right.
Robert, who's your starting 5 then?
He has the neighbors as a starter. He's with you.
Me?
All right. Yeah, that's fair.
Sure. Okay.
I appreciate
it.
Yeah,
he just has his 6-man as the uncle. All right. And we did who lost, we did who won, did 6-man. All right, we did everything. All right, yeah. Oh no, now we gotta rate it. Run it back score. It's not in the comedy bucket. It's not in the normal bucket. The comedy Run It Back King is super bad, but we're putting this in a new bucket, holiday movies. When we do special,
does this count with your Halloween movies?
Yes, we're putting yes, Ian. The Halloween movies are coming out of normal movie category and coming into this new bucket, holiday movies. So we now have 3 categories: normal movies, comedies, holiday movies.
We're gonna have to put a breakdown of the Run It Back categories on our fucking Twitter page.
Yeah. So what are y'all ranking this, Schubert, 1 through 10? What you got?
7.5.
7? Solid. Ian, what you got?
See, I feel like I'm biased against the movies the older they are. Like Caddyshack is like a classic in a lot of people's minds.
It's a
and
good
I
movie.
like Caddyshack. I do like Caddyshack, but I don't put it up there as like one of the best comedies of all time.
No,
You know
no
what I'm
way.
saying? And I feel like I
Shit's
have
hilarious.
a
It is
similar
great, though.
bias towards this movie. Like I
It's-
feel like if I had been alive, when
Caddyshack,
this
the
movie
lowest you
came
could go
out-
is an 8. The lowest you can go for Caddyshack is an 8.
Yeah, honestly.
And see, he would go 7. Look at him. Nasty.
No. I was gonna go like 7.6, 7.7.
For Caddyshack?
Yeah, it's just it's old. Like
Well,
the
then you gotta
bits-
put this lower than that.
Yeah, you can't rate it bad because it's old. Old movies are great.
If we're talking
that's what I'm
about
saying.
good Chevy Chase movies, I mean, Chevy Chase is better in Caddyshack than this.
Yeah, for sure. So what you going with this? Is this a 6?
No, this is not a.
You know it's not a 6. It's got to be a 7.
It's not
something.
a 6. I'd say like 7.2.
That's fair. I'm okay with that. I'm perfectly okay with you giving a 7.2. But it's not in the 6s. That's all I'm saying.
No, it's not in the 6s. I'm just saying it's kind of dated now. You know what I'm saying?
And I do okay. So I'm with you with movies being dated. I'm just saying we can't rate it lower because it's old. That's all I'm saying.
Well, that's what dated means, right? It's like it's not that it's bad because of the year it was made.
It just
bad
it
because,
doesn't stand up.
like,
It just doesn't stand up.
yeah, like
yeah,
styles, stylistically things have improved a lot since this time.
that's fair. But Good, the Bad, the Ugly stood up. So that's all I'm saying. When we talk about
That's
old
fair.
movies.
I'm
Yeah.
not saying no old movies stand up. I'm just
Okay.
saying,
Okay.
like,
That's what I thought you were
especially
saying.
This style and this time period, like a lot of these movies are just kind of like corny now.
Schubert, did you say 7.6 or 7.3?
Uh,
7.5, 7.5 plus 7.2. Oh, wait, 7.5 plus 7.2. I'm gonna go 7.4 and meet y'all in the middle. No, I'm gonna go 7.5. Divided by 3. Running back score of 7.4. Perfect. Solid. I think that's what this movie is. A 7.4. That is perfect for this movie. How is it the holiday movie King? Who knows? Probably one of those
No.
Halloween movies reviewed, but who cares? 7.4. This movie's great. Watch it for Christmas. And yeah, we'll be back. So I think we're gonna do Independence Day next time because y'all are arguing with me about Randy Quaid.
I don't know. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk
We
about
gotta
that.
we gotta do Year Without a Santa Claus too.
No, we're not doing that. We're not coming back till after New Year's.
That's not what I said.
Oh, you saying next year?
No, I'm saying we do it anyway.
You're crazy. All right, tell the people where they can follow you on social media, Ian.
You can follow me on Twitter at IanBWT, and you can follow me on Instagram at IanHawley12.
And y'all make sure y'all go check out Ian's music. Is new music coming in 2022?
God, I hope so, man.
Me too. We
I'm
need it.
I'm at the point right now where I just have like writer's block, and I feel like it's
I
because of
can
a
write
lack
you
of
some stuff.
inspiration.
Schubert said he can write you some stuff, bro. Let him do it.
Yeah, Schubert, be my ghostwriter.
Might be some bars,
Yeah, you can be my Quentin Miller, I suppose.
but you don't rap, so it's not a ghostwriter. R&B singers can have ghostwriters.
Yeah, I guess that's just more of a collaborative team at that point than a
exactly.
ghostwriter situation.
Exactly.
As long as I don't get into the R&B diss tracks, I think I'll be good.
So y'all make sure y'all go follow Ian. Schubert, tell the people they can follow you on social media.
You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at AShuber14, Bros Who Binge. We'll be coming out with our best of the year pretty soon. If you go to my letterbox, Adam BWT,
You put it out?
Top 20. Well, I have the 20 films that I think are the best so far unranked.
Okay.
Just because I feel like it's hard to rank them at the moment, especially, and there are some that are filtering out. Like for now, I do have like that one movie I Care a Lot on there, and I feel like that's not going to be there at the end once I see like Spider-Man and Licorice Pizza, and I haven't seen James Bond, so something like that. And like Kate's on there, and like
Oh yeah,
Kate
it's
was
gonna
really
come
good,
off.
but that's probably going to
Yeah,
come
it'll fall
off.
off. Also, check out our letterbox because if you see it before Christmas, I have our list up of our best TV Christmas TV episodes, our best Christmas TV shows. So the shows that do Christmas episodes the best. That list will be up there on Letterboxd. We're going to be using Letterboxd a lot more, so y'all make sure y'all check that out. Check out last week's episodes where we talk about the best Christmas TV shows. This week's episode, we're going to be doing a holiday draft as well as talking Spider-Man and Hawkeye. So be sure to check that out. You can follow me at LinBWT. Check out the Bros Who Think podcast, and Yeah, man. We'll talk to y'all after New Year's. The week after New Year's, we'll be back. So be on the lookout for it. Then we'll put a poll up for the movie. It may be Independence Day. It may be a year without a Santa Claus. Who knows? But you'll find out next time. For Ian, for Schubert, my name is Lyndon. We'll talk to you, like I said, the week after New Year's. So see y'all soon. Until then, be safe. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And peace.